For the gamers who love games, why wait for greatness? Xbox One is here. What's going on, guys? Bryce360 for your gaming news and entertainment all around you. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about Direct X12. So, as you know, Direct X12 is probably in just many sites and articles, YouTube videos, but in the posts, or actually in comment sections, people tend to talk about what Phil Spencer said, and Direct X12 wouldn't be a massive change to the Xbox One. So I wanted to read a tweet. His name's Kid, and he sent a tweet to Phil Spencer. This might be a random, but will DirectX 12 be a game changer for the Xbox One? And how? Why? Phil Spencer replies, it will help developers on Xbox One. It's not going to be a massive change, but will unlock more capabilities for devs. Which I think makes this pretty confusing for a lot of people is they try to just use in the quote, it's not going to be a massive change. Also in the tweet it says it will unlock more capabilities for devs. If most people don't know, or if they do know, that DirectX 12 actually is fully DirectX 12 compliant, meaning that it will take full advantage of DirectX 12 that older GPU cards will not. So only the newer DirectX 12 capable cards will actually come out and support all of the capabilities for DirectX 12. Doesn't mean that your old cards won't support it. It just means that some of the features will only be a full compatible DirectX 12 card, which the Xbox One does have. Some other things, some other tweets that Phil Spencer actually did is he tweeted out that DirectX 12 will have an impact on the Xbox One games written for DirectX 12. Some DirectX features are already in Xbox One, but full DirectX 12 is coming. There's other things that he's also talked about. DirectX 12 is like going from Perfect Dark Zero to Halo 4. That's a pretty big change. Like, if you've played Perfect Dark Zero and you see Halo 4, it's completely different. And also Brad Wardell said that it's going to be a bigger change than that. This was an interesting one. This one's actually a tweet from Brad Wardell, but the guy Questo, I believe I pronounced that right, said, what do you think will be superior, PS4 plus GL Next, or Xbox One plus DirectX 12? Could PS4 plus GL Next obtain the same as the Xbox with native hardware? And Brad Wardell replies, if I had to pick one console, it'd be the Xbox. So that's pretty big news. He's really excited, and there's going to be some pretty significant changes for that. Another tweet, Brad Wardell said that DirectX 11 versus DirectX 12 oversimplified, or why you'll never look at old games the same again. So I think from my opinion, a lot of people think, well, some people say that DirectX 12 is not going to be a massive change, and some people think that it's going to be a pretty big change. In my opinion, I think that DirectX 12 will be a significant change, just based on in general articles, what I've seen so far. Phil Spencer showing a demonstration of a demo, future mark demo of DirectX 11.2 versus DirectX 12, and the DirectX 11.2 was running a complex scene, and it was running average frames at 29, and DirectX 12 was running average frames at 58.9. And as the scenes got more complex, DirectX 11.2 stalled out and just eventually froze, while DirectX 12 continued to get more complex and frame stayed steady. So I wanted to kind of go over with you guys regarding the performance difference. I kind of did a analysis on how I think that that DirectX 12 will benefit the Xbox One, and it was in relation to the Star Swarm GPU demo. So they have this chart here, and it goes over the different, graphics cards. Obviously, they're not going to have the Xbox One GPU up there, but some people relate the Xbox GPU as a 7790. The most comparable one that I could find on the list here was the Radeon R7 260X. They're very comparable. The Radeon might have just a little bit bigger edge, but I feel that with all the other additional features and stuff, the Xbox One probably has a little bit more performance, in my opinion. But based on that, on the charts going by that, the Radeon R70, it has on there with DirectX 11 at 7.9 frames per second, while with DirectX 12 it was 19.9 frames per second. That's actually a 250% gain. So if you have complete optimization and you also take all the other additional hardware capabilities, like these are cards that don't have full DirectX 12. So you take the ESRAM, if you utilize that properly, you take tiled resources, utilize that. In addition, you take the 7 cores additional processing for the Xbox One to talk to the GPU simultaneously. You can see some potential gains, and that's why I believe that Brad Wardell said that depending upon how the developers utilize DirectX 12, you'll see gains like 500, 3 to 500%, or more. I mean, certain instances he said 600, and he also mentioned that games today, like for games in the future, we could see games like so real. I mean, it's like it'd be like a Lord of the Rings movie. It's just the Xbox one's going in the right direction. You got cloud computing. They haven't even demonstrated all this. And then at GDC, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be revealed. Some big news. I think E3 is going to have some big giant news. But they're going to already be utilizing DirectX 12. They're already doing it in some games already. Developers are going to be on board. And I think it's going to be a pretty big thing for the Xbox. So I wanted to read you just a small quote. It was from an article that I seen that said, the question is therefore quite simple. If the DirectX 12 will impact so positively on PC, which offers the most diverse hardware, why the same benefits cannot be integrated on the Xbox One, who has on its side a hardware change? The question then is attributable to the fact that only the most modern GPU, not to mention those of the future, will benefit fully of the innovations offered by DirectX 12. And if the Xbox One, the only console and GPU on the market to have 2 CCP and 2 GCP, was born with DirectX 12 in mind, what strange reason should not also be received a performance boost? I think that does raise a good question. And this is one thing I don't really understand with people like fanboys and that sort of thing, where they think that DirectX 12, it could be a benefit to PC, but it wouldn't be like it. They pretty much state that it's going to be pretty much none to the Xbox One, which is just ridiculous if you actually really think about it and think that the Xbox One's really the only GPU on the market right now to be full DirectX 12 compliant. So the additional tools and features that are, the hardware built into that GPU, is actually, has DirectX 12 full integration. Other GPUs don't, and they have performance gains. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just write your comments and stuff on there. I'm just curious. For my opinion, I think that DirectX 12 will be a huge, it'll be a pretty big impact to the Xbox One. I think games, especially when they fully utilize it, you'll see a complete difference in games. So please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or anything, leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching.
Help! Whoa!